I really want to talk a little bit about the wedding venues, which
Yes.
are really diverse and incredible.
This resort really feels like you're in Mexico.
We have been working 8 years, 4 years. We know this resort and we know you're gonna love it.
It's amazing, and we always recommend this category for the couples.
And one of the major benefits, I think, is that there's only one wedding a day.
Yes.
Which makes it super exclusive. Welcome back to the Destination Wedding Planning Show. I'm Lisa from Hola Weddings. We're here at the Valentin Imperial Maya in the Riviera Maya. We're here with Viridiana from the Weddings Department and Gemma. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Thank you for this introduction. My name is Viridiana, the Groups and Wedding Manager here at Valentin. I have been here about 4 years, and I have experience for 8 years. I'm in charge for receive all the proposals, all the requests about availability. I send all the rates, the options for wedding packages. In my team, we are 4 people in charge. I have the opportunity to be in contact with all the couples, and part of my team, they will be in charge for the operation teams. And per year, we have around 140 or 150 weddings per year. Okay. And we're trying to give the best services for each couple. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being here.
Awesome. We're also here with Gemma.
Hello, guys. Well, I'm happy to be here. As Lisa said, my name is Gemma, but most of the couple call me Gemma. So it will be whatever you want to call me. That's completely fine for me. So if you want to call me Gemma or Gemma, it's good. So I have been working at Valentin 8 years in the weddings department. So I'm an expert. The oldest means oldest, no age, and it means age as well. I think I'm the oldest on the department, and I'm the happy face of the Valentin. So I wanna be talking face to face with the couples while the planning process, and also I'm the ones coordinating the wedding during the day off. So I'm pretty happy to be here, and I'm happy to be talking with you a little bit about what's Valentin and what are the weddings up here. So you are pretty welcome to come and know the resort, and also know about more our weddings.
Okay, and we also have Teresa from Hola Weddings, our sales team.
Hi everyone, I'm very happy and I'm very excited to be here. Not because I'm here, but this is one of my favorite properties. Honestly, this resort is beautiful. I really think that what sets Valentin apart is, first of all, adults only. Also, I love that this resort really feels like you're in Mexico.
Yeah, it's like a Mexican hacienda.
Yeah, and imagine, Teresa has been here 2, probably 3 times. So believe us that we have been working 8 years, 4 years. We know this resort and we know you're gonna love it. So starting at, you're gonna see the resort that is surrounding nature. So wherever you see, you're gonna see nature. So you're gonna see, even if you don't believe it, you can see monkeys, quaddies, so iguanas. Probably this is the main point that you're gonna love of Valentin, but it's something that is a small thing that you're gonna see and love it about it. So another thing that you're gonna love it is the beach. So it has a pretty, I don't have word to describe the beach, but if you have a look on any of our website or any of Instagram or any of our pages, you will see like a pretty blue water. So it's the Caribbean. And also for weddings, we do have and pretty. I can see how pretty is this location, because everything you see there, it's like you are in the heaven. So you see, we have a walkthrough that that is surrounding some bushes. When the bride walk through, people cannot see her. So she's gonna by a secret path walking, and when she finally get to the beach, it's gonna be looking to her, and the bride is gonna be looking to the areas surrounding by that beautiful ocean. And also up there, one of the things that is very important about our beach is that in front of the beach ceremony is kind of rocky area. So it means people cannot swim at that area. That making something special because I know in other parts, I don't gonna talk about other resorts, but our resort, there is people, it's not allowed to swim up there. So that's guaranteed that it won't be people swimming while your wedding is performing up there. So it's one of most beautiful locations that we do have at the resort, but it's not the only one. So we have more locations. Diana is going to talk a little bit more about some other locations.
That's a really good point for the beach, though, because it's really hard to find a private beach area. If you're looking for a beach wedding, we always have a disclaimer that the beaches here are public, that you can have people in the background, but because you can't access this beach unless you're at this resort, and because of the rocks, you're pretty much guaranteed that you have a private beach area for your wedding ceremony, which is incredible. I mean, Terry knows there's really not many resorts that have something.
No, they don't. And we always hear our brides say, please, I don't want people invading in my photos. So Valentin will almost guarantee that there will be no one invading suit in your photos. So for me, that's something huge. Also, I think that this resort has a great offer of dining options. And something that I love is that, as you say, like I know they have this a slogan going on that they already told us, is sometimes you will think that the resort like this, Mexican hacienda, will be boring, but not really. Like it can be very chill, but also during the nighttime. Lisa was here recently, so she can confirm. They have this Mexican plaza where they have live music. They have the famous churros. So I think that's something that people love about this resort, right?
Yeah. So we did my husband's 50th surprise birthday. And we had people come in from Canada and also people from here, and it was fabulous because if people wanted to be quiet, there was quiet. If they wanted a foam party, there was a foam party. And at night there was, like Teresa said, there was live music, there was a lot going on. So within the group, we had people that were more chill and we had people that were more party, and there was really something for all of them.
Yeah, it could be as relaxed as you want or as funny as you want. So we have like for all kind of ages. So if you don't think that it's only like for all people, so no, it could be like a young people enjoying and old people that feel young as well. So having enjoying of the moments, because we do have like a different activities and we have different entertainments for all the ages. So people can be fun or be relaxed as they want.
And I think that's important when you're dealing with wedding groups because you do have a diverse group of people, various ages, and they want different things. So this is a crowd pleaser for your guests.
I love that. And I would like Biri to tell us a little bit more about this new area, the Dunas.
Yeah, we have a new room, it's Dunas, that is in front of the beach. One of the benefits here in Valentin, we are so close to the airport, and this is most of the benefit for all the guests because we have a lot of resort here in Riviera Maya for 1 hour or 2 hours, and it's so crazy. And in this hotel, you have a different experience. The Lux Junior Suite is our basic category, and then we have golden area. In that area, they have a pool. It's so quiet, relaxed, and you have a different guests that they want to have a party all the day. They can stay at the principal pool, and then they can take the break. And all the guests, that the benefits is all the guests they can enjoy in that pool. It's not the matter if you stay at the basic or the high category. All the guests they can enjoy for every area, for each area for the hotel. And then Dunas, they have two categories. The first floor is Dunas Suite, and the top floor is Dunas Oceanfront. resort. It's amazing, and we always recommend this category for the couples.
Yeah, actually, like some of the most chosen rooms by the wedding couples are the Golden Swim Up. This one is the ones that you open the door and you are using the step in front of the beach. So they love that kind of room because they can, since there is a pool in front, usually the couple says, we're going to use meet with all our guests in this pool. So since you don't need to be staying at the room, at that kind of room, so they are allowed to invite to the guests to be there, do a kind of pool party between them, you know. It's not an official pool party, but with the couples, and it's one of the most popular rooms. And also the Emerald. So once you have two chance to see the Emerald Suite, it has a pretty nice big jacuzzi, kind of bathtub, that couples enjoy that much that room to enjoy of their honeymoon. So, and now, well, one of the most most popular could be as well the Duna, the ones that Viridiana talked about. Yeah, the new ones. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. We just toured one of those rooms like last week, and believe me, I've seen a lot. I don't get impressed easily, but I was very impressed. Like, the view was beautiful, and they have like this plunge pool. You have to, I hope we can just add some pictures because it's beautiful. So it's a beautiful addition to Valentin. They already have so much to offer rooms-wise. So this new area, it's fantastic.
We have a Sisal cafeteria. You have an option for 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. We have a Plaza España. We don't have a disco like this one, but we have the main place that is close to the restaurant, close to the lobby. And that is the main point that all the people, they can enjoy every night for a different show with a DJ. And all the weddings at the end, they can continue the party, die in that area. That is amazing because they can try to enjoy with the rest of the night with all the guests or all the family. That is the benefit, and they really love it. All the areas, they have like a style, hacienda style. The pictures are amazing for proposals, for honeymoon, for weddings, for everything as they want it.
Yes, I love that you mentioned that, Viri, because where is gonna be the party continuing? It's something that our couples ask all the time. So
if they don't have like a lot of budget, they can continue the party and they don't spend a lot of money to extra hours or something. And it's included. Most of the guests, they trying to find that options.
I really want to talk a little bit about the wedding venues, which are really diverse and incredible. So you already talked about the beach, Gemma. So which one is your favorite? I know it's hard to choose.
Okay, I really love it. The huge or large weddings for 80 people, 120 is Las Fuentes, because it's really the same environment. You can have the cocktail and the reception in the same area. For large wedding, it's really difficult to move all the people for each location. We have a benefit that they can choose for a location for ceremony and another for cocktail, and then the reception are different. But in that options, or in this type of weddings, for large weddings, you can have on the stairs, you can have the 45 minutes for mariachi, and then they can enjoy in the inside of the Las Fuentes the reception. In one side, you can have the DJ, the bar, the setup for the table for the reception, and all of this in the same area. It's like a private because it's really close to, it's in front of the reception, but they never see it. Or maybe it's a wedding, yes, but all the guests is super respect and they only see the setup and everything. And that's it. That is the only option. And we put some sign out for private event. And to be honest, all the guests, they respect that things. In my opinion, is my favorite location is Las Fuentes. But just you need to consider have like the budget, because you need to put the string lights, the DJ, or more things that you need to put it in that location.
Yes.
And it is for a larger group because it's a very large area. So a smaller group would get
It's up to 200 people, and we don't charge any extra fee for a minimum of 50 people. But it's amazing. You can see some pictures.
Okay. And then for smaller groups, what venues would you suggest?
I would recommend for smallest, like I will say 30, 40 people, the gazebo. So the gazebo, it could be accommodated for ceremony. That is one of my favorite locations to do that because I think doesn't need anything more. So as you see it, it's beautiful. It's surrounding, nature, and has a candelabra and has a lighting. It has everything that you make special without anything else. Use the chairs and the couple getting married there. That's location. It's beautiful. That location could accommodate actually up to 80 people for ceremony. But so the average that we do have there, it is between 30 and 50 people. And also that location can be used for a reception. So that location looks so beautiful for reception because has like the enough room to have a dance floor, but also the tables and chairs around. So we'll say 40, it's like the perfect number of people for that location. And one of my other favorites for a reception is La Hacienda Terrace. La Hacienda Terrace has a fountain that is used in the middle of the location that our tables are set up around there and has like some tree that has already lighting, has like a kind of Christmas lighting, and there is a really Mexican hacienda style.
Yes.
So if you will see there the chairs, the tables, and all the setup, actually you don't need to do any change up there. As it is, it's beautiful to have a reception up there. And one thing that probably you don't know is that we do have a consecrated chapel. So it's some pretty important thing that most of the hotels, well, I don't say most of them, but some, well, not a lot of the hotels has a consecrated chapel that it could be for a Catholic ceremony. So that's something so special is San Valentin Chapel that we have to perform it or to do Catholic ceremonies. So I'm gonna just give you on mine in case you want to do we are your best option.
And how many guests do the chapel accommodate?
The chapel can accommodate up to 80 people.
Okay.
So we have a space already for on bench, so wooden bench 40 people, but there could be additional chairs to do up to 80 people.
Okay, I love that because we get that request a lot. Like, Catholic weddings is a thing, so most couples would think that they need to find a church outside, but here in Valentin, you will have the chapel here inside, so this will make things easier for everyone. You don't have to think about transportation and other
Like
logistics.
Fifth Avenue or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, there's a wide variety of venues here for all sizes. And one of the major benefits, I think, is that there's only one wedding a day.
Yes.
Which makes it super exclusive. There's so many resorts that are managing 3, 4, 5 weddings a day. And here you don't have that.
I'm the person that I receive all the requests about availability, the rates for rooms and everything. And at the moment, being in contact with each couple, they only need to pay or reserve the day with $1,000. That is the only a charge that we already made. And then we have a link with all the information for weddings, locations, menus. If they contract Eternal, that is a basic package, or the one and only, or Heavenly Moments, or all of the rest of the wedding packages, they can have all the information, the menus, the DJ, the decoration for flowers, and then we will introduce them for each wedding coordinator 4 months before the wedding date. And at that time, they have all the information, and it's easy for our staff and for the couples. They already have around what is the budget, and if they don't see anything in that PDF or something, they can request, and we have a lot of vendors for DJ, for decoration, for flowers, for everything, and we try to find the best option for them.
Yeah.
So right now, for anybody watching or listening, you literally have everybody involved in the process. So you have Tere that can recommend the hotel, work closely with the hotel, get the availability, suggest different options. Tere will contact Viridiana. She'll be able to say, listen, these are the dates that are available. This is how you book your date. Here are the links. And then further on in the process, if you're lucky, you'll get Emma who will help you with like the nitty gritty little details and planning and be there the actual day of your wedding. So this is a pretty cool setup right now.
Yeah, so we're all the people involved here. So we're gonna be pretty happy to be part of your big day. And so it's something also important. It's that even if they didn't see or in our packages why they would like to have for the big day, we can just make a quotation or exactly what would they like. So it's not necessary to pick any of our packages, because we completely understand that sometimes it is not on their budget, or sometimes they say it's not exactly what I want. But as soon as they contact you and they let you know, like, we don't want any of our packages, but it could be something a la carte, we do have also options to do a la carte weddings.
Okay, so you can customize based on their budget, on their needs,
And
their
what they're
vision.
looking for.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So we've talked a lot about the venues, but we haven't talked about where we're sitting right now. We are in the bridal suite.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the suite that we only have 1 year or 2 years ago. This is the option, the best option for the weddings that they come in with the bridal party. We have three different options to obtain that room. We have a package for 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the cost is around $1,300. And the other option, and they can stay for 2 or 3 nights. Or we have a package that we already included, but it's only different for $1,000. In that room, we have a different areas. We have a spa service that they come in and they bring the service for makeup and hairstyle, and they can prepare everything with the bride at the bridal party. We receive with mimosas. We receive with fruit plate and cheese plate, and the capacity is for up to 8 people. Sometimes we have an exceptions, but we made an exceptions for up to 10, but for at the beginning is for 8 people, and we have a bed, like a separate room, just in case they can stay at the suite for 2 or 3 nights. And we have another options that Gemma talked
Yeah, we do have also the social suite. So social suite, it could be for events that are like, for example, rehearsal, dinners, cocktails. But what we suggest when there's a wedding and the bride has the wedding suite is be used as getting ready for the groom. So that is a pretty nice option for them, because that is like almost the same spot that is in the wedding suite, but they're gonna have, right there, mimosa, some drinks, wine, appetizers. They can be with the groomers up there and get ready. And also it's ideal because there is enough space to have photos. So when they have the getting ready photos, that is a pretty nice place to do that kind of stuff. So I would recommend it. And also we do have a promotion for that room. We usually, once they book the wedding suite for the bride, we have a discount for the other suite. Usually the social suite to be used from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the groom is $1,000. But when they have also the wedding suite, we do have a discount of $2,000, so it make it $800 to be used the other one, so they can have both as same as special as the bride, the groom as well, with a huge room to enjoy with all their party up there.
Yes.
And I know that a lot of the wedding couples want to split the night before. They don't necessarily want to be together. So here, I hope we can overlay some pictures, but there's a massive master bedroom with a bathroom. There's a platform surrounded by mirrors, so you can get ready with your dress. And over here to one side, there's 4 mirrors and setups for hair and makeup. So this is a fabulous option for getting ready.
Yeah, I forget mention outside we have a large terrace, and we have a table for up to 12 people, and one of the packages included the dinner for the close family or friends, and they can enjoy the dinner outside, or just in case if they at the wedding day they can reserve or contract the breakfast to the bridal party, they can enjoy outside. We have 2 jacuzzis, one outside or the other that is inside of the room. That is amazing suite.
It's beautiful. One thing I want to highlight is the lighting. It's beautiful. It's natural. So for pictures, it's great. So definitely take advantage of this beautiful room. There's no many resorts that have a space like this that it's not in the spa. So I really love that.
And we are doing our jobs properly and testing the mimosas for you.
We had to.
We can guarantee that the mimosas are
hard work.
quality.
Yeah, really good.
And also, right here in the wedding suite, there is a spot to hang the dress. So right there is mirrors around there. So it is not only to hang the dress, because when the bride is already dressed on, so there is a beautiful spot to have a photo of she, dressing up as a bride around the mirrors, and the photos right there are just stunning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So we're going to move on to one of the favorite segments, which is what does this actually cost? So we see all of these beautiful wedding pictures, and then you find out that none of it's actually included in the package. And it's a massive cost. So we're going to show actual pictures of venues with setups, and you'll be able to find out how you get it, what package, what package includes that setup, or what the extra would be to get that setup. So the first picture we're looking at, I'll let Viridiana talk about the pictures, and then Hema, who is the expert, will tell you about the costs.
Okay. We have a different packages. The basic is for bar renewals. We have another packages is Eternal Love that is for 2 up to 10 people. We have an options for the one and only that they want to have like a ceremony cocktail, and they can enjoy it for the restaurant a la carte. They can enjoy the semi-private dinner or the Heavenly or Valentin experience. 80% of the packages per year is most common the Heavenly and Valentin experience, because it's already included the ceremony, cocktail, and reception. I will show you this picture. This is for ceremony at the beach.
Okay, so first we're gonna let you know what is the prices or packages. So the most convenience and the most select package is the Heavenly Moment. At Viridiana say it has a cost of $8,199. It includes 30 people, so it could be add more people with an additional cost of $150. That means that include you the ceremony, the cocktail, and the dinner. And the other package that is almost the same as the Heavenly Moment plus the wedding suite is the Valentin wedding experience. That one is an additional $1,000. It gives us $9,199 It is the same thing, 30 people, and it could be add more people. So doesn't matter, it could be 10 more, 800 more, so in any number, and it could be a 150 extra for that. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the price for the decoration. So if you see the photos that Viridiana is gonna show you, that is the gazebo for reception, and that has wooden tables with crossback chairs, and also the sweetheart table. It has a hanging decoration on the candelabra up there, and the decoration for the tables that are centerpieces, and also the decoration for the sweetheart table. So it gives us a total of $4,040 only for the decor. So if you see right here, there is nothing that come in our packages that is included. Everything is added on as an extra. So tables, chairs, runners, centerpieces, everything is added on as an extra, and it gives us a total of $4,040 for a setup for 40 people. So it gives us four tables or 10 people plus the rest of the items that have been selected. I don't know if you want to be like a little bit more details with the prices, but
in general,
You know, that gives us a very good idea.
Yes.
yeah, it is just to have it. So we're gonna see now a photo of Las Fuentes. So in Las Fuentes, there is a setup for 100 people. So what is there include are the round tables covered in white. The white Tiffany chair are including in all of our packages. So the Heavenly Moment and the Valentin Experience package. What is extra up there are the centerpieces that you will see on the tables. Also the string slides, the dance floor, and the love letters.
Okay.
That one, it's gonna give us a total of 5,510 US dollars for 100 people. If you see the price is the other is for the gazebo one is for 40 people and it's 4,000, and this one is for 100 people and it's 5,000. It's no big difference, but why? Because in this setup that you see at Las Fuentes, the tables and the Tiffany white chair are included. The other one does not include the wooden tables and the crossback chairs. That's why the price of the setup increased even if there are less people. Okay, and we're gonna see a one of a ceremony. So this one, it's simple, but it's beautiful.
That's
the
beautiful.
One,
Look,
if you
the
see the ocean there, it's blue with the blue sky, and it has only an arch with greenery and white flowers. The arch has a cost of 1,420 US dollars, including the markers on the chairs. So, and the table that you will see there and the white Tiffany chairs are included. So the only extra you should have to pay for this beautiful setup, it will be the arch of 1,420 US dollars.
Including all the flowers that you see.
Including all the flowers in the arch, the greenery, everything up there. So since the chairs and the table up there is already already included, you only have to pay extra for the arch with the flowers. So when I talking about the arch, is arch with flowers and decor.
And as the actual wedding planner, do you like for your brides to arrive with a lot of inspiration, like a Pinterest board that they can send you and say, listen, this is the feel that I'm going for?
Exactly. So we also have a catalog with like some ideas like arches and prices, but we completely understand, that the colors are changing, every year, and it's not the same inspiration like for every bride. It's pretty important and help us a lot if the bride send you like a printed idea, so we can make a quotation about that ideas that they have. And also it probably we can let them know like sometimes there's no season for certain flowers. We can be so clear with them and say we don't have that flowers for the months that you're gonna get married, but we have this arch with these flowers that are gonna give you the same vibe, the same color, but a little bit more different, give you the same inspiration as you have. So we have always open to give the brides ideas, and also even sometimes the bride says, I don't have idea of what I want, being honest, but I want this color. So that if they don't have nothing on mind, we can work whatever color they want and make, use a board for them. So with all the options that we do have, or we can offer them, and they can choose from there. Or if in case they say, I want this one, but without certain flowers, we can always work with them and make whatever they want. So everything is possible. So because we work with the flower shop and they give us options to different items to be changed whatever the couples want.
Sorry, I'm sorry. This is the PDF or the link that we already sell it at the beginning for the process, and this is the some like a proposals.
Oh, okay.
That is the flowers that is already included in each package, and they can have like an idea that is already included for heavenly. This is for the basic package. For the botonera bouquet, this is for heavenly or the other. You don't like it? Okay, this is other option that is like a normally common or more popular. And if you contracted the one and only or heavenly moment, just you pay this for upgrade. Yeah. And we have a lot of options for bouquet, for centerpieces. We have a lot of options and went through trying to update that information with some different options for botonier.
I love that.
Yes, chairs for the gazebo, and we put the price, and we trying to put a different gazebos, different flowers, the prices.
And you know,
And different arch.
that's something that I always tell my wedding couples, because when I tell them, okay, you're gonna start the wedding planning process 4 months before, they freak out.
Yeah.
So I always tell them, okay, take one big breath. It's not a big deal because it's a very streamlined process. You just have to make decisions. And with things like this that Valentin offers, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do everything from scratch. You already have something to start with,
Yeah.
and it makes things easier.
I agree. And the thing is that generally when you're planning a wedding, it's your first time.
Yes.
So it's all a little overwhelming, but you're dealing with people. You guys do like what, 140, 150 weddings a year?
Yeah.
So you're working with people that have so much experience, and they're there to guide you and to help you through the process. So 4 months
Exactly.
might not seem like a lot, but like Tere said, it's very streamlined. There's documents to help you, have humans to help you. So it does actually end up working out.
Yeah, and you're gonna have like all the information in advance, so you can have a look of them in advance, have an idea, and when the time to start the planning just get here, you're gonna be ready and with a more idea of what would you like or what do you have. And the good thing about our information is that come with prices, so we
That's
don't have
great.
like a say. I'm gonna say this one, but probably when we start the planning, I'm gonna change the price. No, it's gonna be the same thing as you say, and it could be for sure, depending on the flowers that you have, could change a little bit the price, but you have a main idea what are gonna be our prices.
Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I really love that the venues here have a personality of their own. Like each venue, it has its own charm. They don't need a lot, honestly. So I love that. Like that document that Biri is showing us, it's gold.
I think that if couples are looking for something that's very uniquely Mexican, like we've mentioned Mexican hacienda before, but seriously, like Google Mexican hacienda and then Google Valentin Imperial
Yes.
Maya, and it's so similar. You really get the idea that, like, you really get the vibe that you're in Mexico. You're surrounded by all this lush jungle. Like, I might be a little bit partial and love this hotel too much, but really, if you look it up, it's so unique compared to a lot of the newer resorts that are very white, very modern, and sometimes that's your vibe. But a lot of people come to Mexico to feel like they're in Mexico.
Exactly.
And this is the perfect spot for it.
And I love that to add to the Mexican vibe, they include mariachi band in some of their packages. So that's awesome.
Yes. And tequila, lots of tequila.
Yep, very important.
The welcome shot is so popular.
Okay. Do we have any other venues?
The Terrace Hacienda, if you talking more a little bit for the Terrace Hacienda, I can show you some
Yeah, I
picture.
love that venue. Like, honestly, to complete that feeling of Mexican, you really feel in that venue that you're in the patio of
This is
look at
the
that.
Terrace Hacienda. In that location, I think you don't need a lot of like a decoration or something because it's so Mexican.
It is.
The street light, the Christmas lights at the trees is amazing.
The lights are
And
already there and they're
Yes.
some of the weddings they decide to keep the tables and then they only change the chairs, and it's so different. Or some couples they decide to keep everything. The what is the name of the chairs? Is Mexican name? No, equipal. Yes, this one.
Yeah, in my opinion, so if you already want like a have kind of Mexican style wedding, I would recommend you just to keep the tables and the chairs are in La Hacienda Terrace because they look so beautiful and pretty, authentic Mexican style. That's all.
100%.
The tables are, Talavera that it makes so nice location.
And we have an option for some brides they don't like the sand. If they don't like or if they don't want the beach, we have an option for the gazebo for a ceremony, and then they can have the cocktail at the garden gazebo that is really in front of the gazebo, and then they continue to the Terrace Hacienda. That is the perfect options.
One thing that I love that Biri told me the other day I was here, that sometimes you think about moving from one venue to the other, But she told me that for some weddings they have done this like thing where they move from the beach to the Las Fuentes and they can add the mariachi bands and they
mariachi.
walk from one venue to the other with the mariachi
I
band.
didn't know that. That's so cool.
It is.
Yeah, that's so helpful as well because sometimes there is like 100 people, 50 people, and when the ceremony ends, everybody is like where to go, and they split and go wherever they want to their room, and they are get late to the reception. So that we do and try keep everyone's together. It's like have the mariachi band escorting until the other area, so it makes everybody happy with the music, go playing
Very
and
clever.
singing and
Yes.
dancing. Yeah, with
For example, that picture, they have the cocktail right here up the stairs, and then they can continue to their reception in Las Fuentes.
Very convenient to
Yeah.
have all the events in that
Yeah.
same venue.
Yeah, we usually, so since the package includes ceremony, cocktail hour, and dinner reception, we suggest to the couple to choose at least 2 locations near to each other, so that way the guest doesn't need to get walking long distances between one and another. We completely understand that the beach it could be a little bit far than the other location, but it only be with one walk from the beach to any other area and the other nearby. So it helps a lot.
That's beautiful.
Awesome. All right. So I think Tere has
Yes.
real life examples of couples that have contacted us asking for advice about this particular.
Yes,
I'll
so
let her take this.
thank you, Lisa. So, based on recent requests that we actually get from couples, I want you to put the examples here so you can tell us what would you suggest for these groups. Okay. So, the first group we have is this is a big wedding. They are considering having 100 guests. They really care about having something private.
Okay.
They want something with much personality. They really don't want to add on a lot. They want the venues to have like something wow factor for their guests. What would you suggest for them?
For 100? Yes. Okay. For me, all the time trying to make this recommendation, the ceremony is at the beach. Okay. And then they can choose trio mariachi at the end of the ceremony. They can wait in for all the guests, and they can start to playing at the ceremony location to the cocktail hour. Yeah, and then for cocktail and reception, Las Vegas.
What would be the package you recommend for that venue selection that you just told us, like beach and then Las Fuentes for 100 guests?
Okay, for 100 is perfect heavenly moments and Valentin experience. The price that you're looking for our PDF or something is for 30 people, but they can add an extra person for $150. For me, it's perfect Valentin experience because it's already included the bridal suite. And for that type of weddings, is they have a lot of people, a lot of family, and they bring for a bridal party. And it's already included the bridal suite.
Okay.
The Valentin experience is included road transportation, is the ceremony location, the minister, like a symbolic ceremony, location at the beach, cocktail hours, 45 minutes for trio mariachi, and reception. Okay. Reception and some amenities for hairstyle and makeup. Is included the massage and certificate for 3 nights during the next year.
That's very
It's
complete.
super complete.
Like, perfect.
The price is $9,000. $100.
Okay.
For 30
And 99.
And 99.
Don't forget the 99
Okay.
idea.
Don't forget.
This is the special discount. No.
Okay, let's go with the next one. So we recently got another request. This is like for a smaller group, 30 to 40. They mentioned and they highlighted that they love nature, that they really want something lush. They want to feel like they are like in something surrounded by greenery. They want very romantic. What would you suggest for them?
So for that, we're gonna suggest our romantic gazebo.
That's
so
what I
it's
thought.
a way that the people used to call them the romantic gazebo because it gives you a vibe like a hacienda style vibe. It is so romantic. So actually, that location doesn't need like many decorations to be like ready to host a ceremony up there. Most of the people use this side don't do like any extra up there. Use like the chairs, the table for the officiant, and that's it. So it makes look beautiful. Even it has used like a few flowers as a centerpiece. But in case it wants to add some arch up there, we have in the past a wedding that they decide to add a pretty colorful arch up there, and it makes beautiful because you know the nature, everything is green around.
Yes.
And then you give a touch of color up there with the arch. It makes so beautiful. Nothing else needed, just like chairs if you don't want to add arch, but if you want it make a touch, and it's just so special. That's talking about ceremony. What about talking reception? Since it's not big number of people, we're gonna suggest the Mexican terrace that is give you, you know, same hacienda vibes. On my recommendation, if you want to have a Mexican style, is just keep the tables and the chairs as there are. That location could accommodate perfectly the 30 to 40 people with a dance floor, because there is a spot to add a dance floor and a DJ, so you can have party up there and enjoy of the moment, and has like a over there. I only recommend it. So if you don't want to spend a lot on decoration because your budget, it's like used for that is just centerpieces. We use the centerpieces, it's gonna make the touch. The only thing extra you could need just to make it an special and so beautiful location. So that's one of it. Other talking about between 30 and 40 people, perfect locations to host like a ceremony and a dinner reception.
Perfect. Thank you, Gemma. That was very helpful. And I think the last one we have is, it's also like a similar size of group, 30 guests. They want something very traditional. They mentioned, and we already talked a little bit about this, but I would love to circle back to that. They don't want to see each other on the wedding day, and they are Catholic. But they want something like very unique, very special, type of like palm trees around it. What would you suggest for this case?
So for that, so since they want to have a Catholic ceremony, it's gonna be our chapel.
Wow.
Since you know this is a consecrate, and ideally as they are set up with the benches, it's gonna accommodate up to 40 people. So if there are 30, there is a perfect location. And we the groom, you know, as all the weddings arrive first to the location, and we took the bride to a little long path. So usually we use, as to the groom used to be faces opposite side, so he don't see the bride until he is used at the main path. When he turn back, he's gonna be walking the bride to a long path.
Oh, that's
and
so
it
pretty.
makes so beautiful moment for that. So you know, sometimes religious ceremony has their touch, but our priest up here is so flexible, and that's like because we can work with the priest and use and let them know like exactly what the couple wants, and they work pretty nice with us and help us just to make some accommodations according to the couple wants, even if there is a Catholic ceremony, because we know like being religious ceremony sometimes they're so strict and doesn't allow us to, for example, performing music that is not religious, but our priest is so flexible and give us like the options to do like a not religious ceremony for the entrance of the bride, and that kind of things that helps a lot for the couple. Then after ceremony for the reception, if they want something to be like weird in nature, but palm trees, kind of close to the ocean, we have the Palm Beach. So the Palm Beach is a location that is near to the beach. It's not in the actual beach, but it's sand on it. So it is sand on the beach, and right there it is surrounding the palm trees. Actually, we had in the past, like in November, a wedding happenings up there for 90 people. So this location, it's pretty nice for 30 people, the ones that we are used considered for this couple, because right there they can set up a dance floor, a bar, the tables, and be spread out all the area. That's that I mentioned for 90 people. It was only cocktail hour because are only high tables and they enjoy of the moment. Right there we set up a string slide and all that kind of details that it feels you like you are at the beach, but you are not in the actual beach. You are pretty close to, but no exactly walking on the sand, because being on the beach, the sand, it's sometimes a little bit hard to walk, but right there it is a little bit of sand, but it's
more compact.
it's more compacted and you can walk better than if you are in the actual beach.
I love that.
It's pretty nice.
I really
location
love
up
that
there.
venue.
It's beautiful.
Nice surprise. Yes.
So just one quick question. We've talked a lot about bride and groom, and obviously the Catholic chapel is just for traditional men and women marriages, but you guys also do LGBT weddings, just not in the chapel, correct?
Exactly. We do have the option. So any of the other location and packages are for LGBT couples. So we can use the wedding suite. That's why we call wedding suite. So in the past, we was considering and calling bridal suite, but what about if we have same-sex weddings? So we are open to all of the couples just to enjoy of all facilities and all of our packages.
Awesome.
I love that.
Okay, so I think we're finished. I mean, we don't have to be finished. We could go on for hours and hours.
there's
For the
so
sake
much.
of this podcast, I think that's enough for right now. If you guys have any questions about Valentin, feel free to get in touch. Our website is holaweddings.com. That's HOLA weddings with an S.com. You can call and speak to Tere if you want.
Yes.
We are more than happy to help. As you can see, we're besties.
We hope you like this podcast. I think final thoughts about Valentin. If you're looking for something adults only, Mexican vibes, lush, romantic, and of course, a professional team, please consider this as an option. We would be very happy to help. As you can see, we have a great relationship with these beautiful ladies. So
Thank you.
contact us if you want to learn more and know if this resort is a good fit for your wedding.
Thank you for watching and tuning in to our Destination Wedding podcast. We hope that you'll tune in for the next one.
Bye.